Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. Today a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the SMU Mustangs, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Noles will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So SMU's offense is on the field for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage. They can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He'll do it himself on the draw. And the Mustangs get enough for the first down. Fresh off its best season since the Pony Express era, Rhett Lashley really had SMU humming, but they lost the ACC championship game, got beat in the playoff, and now to see how they'll respond.
Finish. That's been the thing that they've talked about all off-season. They're going to try to carry into this year. Obviously, you take one game at a time. You've got to finish games. You've got to finish seasons. If they do that, David, they think they can have a very special season.
No doubt, and I think finding their guy last year in Kevin Jennings, he didn't start the season. For game 3, he entered. So now knowing he's your dude, all that promise, all that ability with Rhett Lashley in this offense, they've got to continue to score a bunch of points and perform at a high level.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Out of the gun to give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Jennings. He's got him. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, SMU.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of sync up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Fires to the big fella. Across the 45. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Still on his turning on the Jets. It's a seam wide open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Down to the 7-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field, but you get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make a big play.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
They'll try to power it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So
just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And he made the extra point without problem. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Look out, he's got room. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And those little runs, man, they don't look...
Turning down run blocking was the way.
Stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Caught over the middle, it's Hudson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
That's caught. It's Hudson. Still running at the 40. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Powers to the defender. Didn't get much done on that run, and he'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Jennings.
Oh, that was a terrible decision. Jesus Christ.
This is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And with a great break on the ball, way to knock it down, but man, this situation...
Ain't no way I'm kicking this.
Almost in field goal range, had a chance.
Ain't no way.
It's a big play that we might circle back to later.
Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Missouri is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 21 over South Carolina. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, time running short in the half. With the catch, it's McCoy. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay. Why? Have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. It's Castellanos. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Finds his big tight end. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking downfield very late in the half. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. And the try is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. One more snap coming before halftime.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got it.
He's got it inside the 30. They finally make the stop.
Should have stepped out of the pocket.
Stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length.
Yards. Good. They're actually trying to run. Let's see, what was mine?
These possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
And the Seminoles will move the sticks for the first down.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Pocket breaking down. And to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On 3rd down.
Oh, shit. They burned him.
Touchdown, Florida State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. on the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down.
Oh, dummy.
Time this season. To pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone,
There it is.
you have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Quarterback now breaking the field.
Oh, damn.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Damn. Really?
Touchdown, Seminoles!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down. When he's...
Did he grab that with one hand?
And then having a guy that can go get it.
He one-handed that. Lord.
Just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. They're trailing by 10 to Auburn. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Mustangs will have a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
To the air, it's Jennings. Moving out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end.
coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Gonna look downfield again.
God damn it.
And he's thrown a dozen of them. Not a lot on the return, but this they've got it at the 49.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision.
Definitely getting more pressure now.
Looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stint, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Lets it downfield. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
Oh, no.
Gorgeous, knocks it out of bounds
No.
inside the 5-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They are stuck
Oh.
in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's throwing picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brinson.
Damn it. I forgot to swap over. Shit.
For a nice game.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
All I want to know is
He's got great
CPU actually trying to run the ball.
4-yard gains in the first and second quarter. They become big gains.
What are they?
Guys don't want to tackle.
Player AI offensive line. Not just constantly pancaking the shit out of the CPU defense.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It does
So far, so good.
this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
On a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. Several defenders get in the system.
That was not what we were looking for.
Found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing a noise on 3rd down at the dope. To the air, it's Jennings.
God damn, they read that every time. And he fumbles.
That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the
I
offense.
can't remember what the play was. Let's try this.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going up top.
Oh, yeah.
Finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third.
Thought CJ could burn him. He could not.
Really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. Multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40.
No. How did that not get picked?
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They keep it on the ground. Clock is...
Oh, come on.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. There he goes. He's at the... And he ran away.
I gotta watch that again.
Touchdown, no. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And to have a rushing touchdown of
Those boys froze.
make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And
Jesus, he broke his ankles.
once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Right here. Like what? What's he doing? He doesn't even have eyes. He's still looking at the quarterback. 13's looking at the quarterback. 12 identified the runner. And then... What are you doing, man? Look at this. I'm going to throw a block on my teammate, fall on my ass. Gone. What? Why? I didn't even notice that. Why are they all bunched up? He even pinches in. Why is he pinching in? It's like he's zeroed in on the quarterback. He wasn't blitzing either.
Lining up for the PAT. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 5-yard line.
Try.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around.
Back swing.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Got his man on the outside.
Not too bad.
8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
What else we got for screens?
You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And they're not quite in
Well, that was horrible.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
What?
That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's got it, 1st down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty the first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee.
And he grabbed it.
Interception. That's his fourth of the day. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And the defense playing pass all the way. They understand the situation beautifully. They've got to throw the football.
Did he have eyes on it? It did look like he did.
They break on the football and get the interception.
He was oh, wait a minute. Hang on. That wasn't him who was looking. Wait. Wait. Boom. Where are we? 16 turns. Why is he turning at that point? He grabs it. 12. Okay. It is 12. What the fuck? Nah, that is not a fucking catch. No way. That's some BS.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Makes his man miss. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Finds the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. And the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the
damn motherfucker, take a knee.
your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first downs. You have to be able to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
All right.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a
This
rhythm
is
for this
fine.
team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a
That's
situation
better.
where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just
We had the one big run though.
plays. What do I do really,
The majority
really well?
was
Let's
yards.
continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these
How many
turnovers.
passing
How do
plays
we
you
create
have?
more turnovers? I think that
18.
rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Kind of matches up. Oh, how many? How many times does he get to the quarterback? Only one time? He only got to my quarterback one time? aren't too bad. So give run block a little bit more push. Pass blocking, take that down a little bit. That's fine. Still fine. Shit, I didn't save that, did I? Up there. Chug that back up. Even on that. I feel like if you lower the QB accuracy too much when you get the receiver DB battles, it goes way too much to the DB. Hey, now I got the bug. I can't practice. Oh, it's on bye week. That's why. Let's see. Wait a minute. I had back-to-back bye weeks? You gotta be shitting me. Oh my god. Really? Well, there are now free practices in. That's weird. CJ. Even there. Recruiting's gonna get dick punched by that. It's 2. I really don't feel like playing another one, but test. Maybe I have. Stanford might be a good matchup for this too. It's a heavy advantage. So this is definitely a good test.
Stanford University, a bastion of academia.
That thing is creepy.
Of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defensive backs come up, and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on 4th down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So SMU's offense will get the ball for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position. And these are two of the best in the entire country.
Here's the pressure. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. Turning it on. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, recently. This offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy throwing vertically down the field. SMU has everything they need. Brett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. It'll be a draw. The draw draws.
Okay.
Tacklers, he stopped immediately.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
Barrels ahead.
That was a shot.
Touchdown Mustangs. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the
Oops.
scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the
I kind of want to crank the run blocking up a bit.
second drive, they get CFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any
Quarterback did not read.
He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and look for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start.
Question is why isn't CJ returning kicks?
The give from the gun. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
Yes.
Right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. They get him on the
Not
ground,
bad.
and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Oof, that -9. Although Stanford is just bad, I guess.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Finds his tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Our tight end always finds a way to get open. He's just a first down machine, Jesse.
And he's a guy, Reese, that is proven he can beat man coverage, but he's also so good against zone, too. He just knows where the soft spots are in the defense. That's why this quarterback has so much confidence in him.
To the air on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone.
Terrible throw.
They dialed up The shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed.
What the f...
They can make you pay in a hurry.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding...
Did I not increase?
This running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense.
I'm not even mad, honestly. Although that
For a makeable field goal from the 20.
should have been...
To convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brinson. Got enough space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that.
Let's see what kind of matchup we get on this. Oh my god, they just destroyed my offensive line.
The ball remains at the 2.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan.
Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And let's check.
Yeah, that cockeyed little kick meter is still throwing me off.
Look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over Michigan. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They want
Oh, shit.
enough for the first, and he's still going. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. He's not going to win any gold medals in the 100 or anything like that, but he's fast enough to hurt you.
Yeah, that's the whole key. He's got just enough to force the defense to...
He's loose.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It was...
Oh, my edge rusher there did not put a lick on him. I do not know.
The running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab. It's Irvin. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. And he's all bottled up and
Oh, come on, big boy.
hits the accelerator to the right.
Rumble, rumble, rumble.
Got it. Touchdown, SMU. The defense putting points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball.
Give the big man his glory.
Knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Shit.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, but he does get out of bounds, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Third down coming up.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit more.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
At the 42. First down for the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first down.
No. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did this game just crash on me? Yes, it did. God damn it. Damn, that crashed my whole console. Yet. Yeah, it's too late to start again. Get it tomorrow.